Good morning, everybody. It's morning out here in Hawaii still. Just wanted to pop in real quick and do a Facebook Live because I think there are some important decisions that are being made here in Hawaii right now that are really connected to what's happening across the country. Our governor is meeting right now or later today with who represent the 4 counties across Hawaii, and they're discussing the challenges that are very real that have to do with this proposal to lift the 14-day travel quarantine on August 1st for people who are traveling into Hawaii from across the country. Really, there's 2 major concerns here, and why I'm urging the governor to maintain this travel quarantine for the time being. Number one is we in Hawaii, as well as most states across the country, are experiencing record high numbers of positive coronavirus cases on a daily basis. These trends are moving in the wrong direction. This idea of frankly hasn't happened. It hasn't happened in a lot of places. In a lot of places, they're experiencing a continued increase in peak, unfortunately. Knowing that and understanding that, lifting this travel quarantine right now in the midst of this crisis would only increase the risk and the threat to the people of Hawaii. We've experienced relatively low numbers through most of this pandemic, and it largely is because of the implementation of this 14-day quarantine and our ability to contain and try to defeat this virus here in Hawaii. So here is that we've just found out that basically 50% of the testing capability that Hawaii has had has been diminished, where the supplier of the reagents needed for testing to one of our main labs has said that they're no longer sending those reagents to Hawaii, cutting our testing capability in half. So that has 2 major negative ramifications. Number one is we need to be increasing our testing across the state of Hawaii, increasing that contact tracing and testing across the state, not decreasing it. And number 2, a lot of this plan to lift the travel quarantine had to do with relying on testing as that safety mechanism. A lot of the details hadn't been released yet or worked out yet, which raised concerns on its own, but now that there is really a limitation in these testing capabilities, it raises even greater concern. So I am hopeful that the leaders here in our state will put the public health interests of the people of Hawaii at the forefront and make the right decision in maintaining this 14-day travel quarantine for the time being. We've got a lot of work to do, both in increasing that testing and contact tracing capability, but also in making sure that we are taking those individual steps ourselves to wear a mask. If you're going out in public, if you're indoors with people who are not part of your household, people who maybe you are in contact with outdoors, but you're not able to maintain that physical distancing, you've got to wear that mask. We've heard recently, I think reported in the news yesterday here in Hawaii, is that every one of the new kind of bubbles of outbreaks that we've had in Hawaii have to do with people being around others without wearing that face covering.